Under the leadership of Julius Malema, the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, have continuously positioned themselves as ardent opponents of the political system, calling for significant social and economic reform. One of the party's biggest strategic blunders, however, continues to be its involvement in the Zuma Must Fall campaign, which called for the resignation of former President Jacob Zuma. The EFF unintentionally bolstered the Democratic Alliance, DA, the nation's primary opposition party, by siding with the opposition during the Zuma Must Fall demonstrations. Although the DA, then headed by Zuma Must Fall, has long been seen as the embodiment of liberal politics, the DA's affiliation with the EFF during this movement unintentionally provided it with a chance to gain political capital and solidify power. Herman Mashaba, the former mayor of Johannesburg, rose to prominence as a result of this choice and developed a political platform that now directly challenges the EFF for the support of disenchanted South Africans. Furthermore, the EFF's open backing of the DA in calling for Zuma's resignation sent a conflicting message on the party's class conflict. A party that claimed to represent the interests of South Africa's black working class found the DA, which is often seen as the voice of the white bourgeoisie, to be an unusual partner. The EFF unintentionally aligned themselves with the political elite it had long condemned by marching with the DA, undermining its reputation as the champion of small business owners and the working poor. The EFF's outspoken support of Pravin Gordhan when Zuma attempted to fire him as finance minister was another grave error. When Malema referred to Gordhan as all that we have and a patriot, the EFF's core followers took notice. This was seen as a paradox for a party that prides itself on promoting economic freedom and anti-elitism, as Gordhan was often regarded as a representation of neoliberal economic policies that ran counter to the EFF's more general ideological position. In hindsight, the EFF's involvement in the Zuma Must Fall campaign may have originated from a desire to remove a corrupt leader from power, but in the end, it strengthened opposition groups that have subsequently weakened the EFF's political base. The choices made by the party during this time have sparked debate regarding its long-term political plan and its capacity to maintain its radical credentials while forming coalitions that don't always reflect its stated beliefs. The Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, have once again discovered a legitimate method of recouping actual expenses that were disregarded by former President Jacob Zuma. Julius Malema, a party founder, is preparing legal instructors to join Zuma's Nkandla residence. The party alleges that Zuma has neglected to comply with a court order that expects him to fulfill these obligations. Naledi Chirwa, a member of parliament for the EFF, has strongly condemned the scenario and focused on the party's determination to retrieve the resources. Chirwa demonstrates that the EFF is not an organization that survives financial mishaps or non-compliance with obligations. She noted that the promise should be fulfilled and that efforts to make the party seem ridiculous for bringing up what is really there should be forgiven. The investigation begins with legitimate arguments that the EFF prevailed in against Zuma, and the courts came to the conclusion that he was responsible for paying the associated legal fees. Party leaders are aware that Zuma has consistently disregarded this obligation. It is believed that this step in identifying his Nkandla property is crucial to preserving responsibility. The EFF emphasizes that, particularly among notable individuals, this conduct is consistent with their dedication to financial worth and responsibilities. Party members understand that seeing Zuma as trustworthy reflects their larger stance against those who disobey the law. The change has sparked endless debate, with some people applauding the EFF's strict approach and others wondering whether elective means might have resolved the matter. The case's wider ramifications underscore the need of consistency in money, particularly for pioneers in areas of impact. Julius Malema, the founder of the EFF, has accused Floyd Shivambu, his former agent, of undermining the party's electoral efforts in KwaZulu-Natal, KZN, by allegedly siding with the rival Umkhonto we Party, MKP. Speaking at a party event on Sunday, Malema also launched a scathing attack on Jacob Zuma, the former president and founder of the MKP, calling him a hoodlum who failed to embrace brown South Africans throughout his political career. In response to the EFF's disappointing performance in KZN during the recent elections, Malema said Shivambu had infiltrated the gathering